time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Today's November 18th. Hope everybody had a good weekend. S&P up 21, NASDAQ up 144, Russell up 4, Dow down 38, gold up almost 2%, silver up almost 2.5%, notes and bonds a little bit green, 10-year yield down 0.33%, oil up over 3%, natural gas up over 5%, all the grains finished green, euro and the pound both up about 0.5%, Bitcoin down about 1.28%. VIX got the little Monday bump, but contracted quickly down over 4% from Friday's close, sitting at 15.46. My BIX today, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tranches, tiny bit red. I got stopped on one side on each of those. Could still finish green if we don't make any wild moves. Price action BIX, I did one tranche that I got out of 20, 40, and almost 60, but got stopped out on my last piece. And then I'm in this one that I'm showing on my screen here. So this is only my second price action BIC of the day. On 1 DTE, well, I've got my 1 DTE from Friday. If we close above 58.95, that would hit max. So we're right there. I did a 1 DTE this morning, converted a couple of them into a downside vertical for tomorrow's expiration. Minimum profit of 390. And then I left one lot to book profits on. And it's up about 30%-ish. Did an EWUGA, which is nearing break even with this little bounce. OG WUGA, same thing. I'm on the early one. I posted in the Zero Lab chat. I'm on the 90.95s, and on the OG, I'm on the 90.85s. 90.85, 90, yeah, both same shorts. So I need below 90, 85 to 90. Ideally, if we can get a little pullback, that would be great. Let's see, double calendars. I took some off today. All the ones that I closed for a profit, 3.7 small profit, 3.5 small profit, 3.6, about 5%. My 6.7 single calendar booked a little over 13%. Several of the ones that I still have on, my 5.7, 6.7. Well, my 5.7 is slightly green. My 6.7 is down about 11%. My 3.4s from this morning are down. My 4.7 is up a little bit. And then I also put on a 1.4, 2.4, and 2.3, which are all pretty close to where I put them on. And did a little paper trading, futures trading today. I'll talk about that here in a minute. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, I did one. I did a 1 DTE, booked 25% really quickly. And then on the push up, I closed it. So small profit there. And then did 1 TLC, booked 20, 40, and then got stopped on the push up. I'm sorry, actually the push down. And I am currently in an EWUGA that is really hurting. It needs a down move. So pretty tough price action again today.
Yeah, little jumpy. VIX back down to lows of day. This little bounce.
Yeah, I made a comment in my channel. It's just you want to see some up and down movement. There's yes, you want consolidation, but you know, consolidation followed by big moves isn't really what you're looking for in a delta neutral.
Yeah, definitely, Maro. The Thursday IV is a little bit juiced, I would think, because of NVIDIA earnings Wednesday after the close. So those Thursday options are going to be, looks like they're expanding. I'll decide on Wednesday what I want to do with my calendars, decide if I want to hold them through NVIDIA earnings. Probably not. You can see here, Tuesday, IV is 12.5%. Wednesday, IV is 12.5%. Thursday's jumps up to 15.9. So quite a little jump. I got stopped out on my call side on my last BIC tranche, price action BIC. So now I'm hoping we stay up so my put side doesn't get stopped. I would not like to take a double stop on that. But Wooga could use a little down move. It's back into range. Yeah, I saw that earlier. SMCI up 24% now. Compared to the fall that it's had, that's just a little baby bounce, but apparently maybe they announced that they're actually going to have an earnings announcement. It kept sliding because they just kept saying, we don't know when we're going to have our financials ready to report. And so I haven't looked, but maybe that has something to do with it. Affirm up 9%, MSTR up 8%. All the cryptos are up. Robinhood up 7%, new all-time high. Wow. Finally got back to its IPO price. Pushed through it. Over $35 for Robinhood. Roku's up 6.5%. DKNG is up 6%. Square's up 6%. Tesla up almost 4%. Was up more. AMD up 3.5%. Coinbase up another 3.5%. Not quite back to where it was on the 11th, but big bounce the last couple sessions. Netflix up 2.5%, new all-time high. I didn't do any day trading with stocks this morning. Apple up almost 2%. Let's see, how'd you do, Chad? Couple little winners.
Yeah. Mighty 90 and a little continuation runner in Apple. Probably got out of Apple maybe a little too soon, but
On the red side, PLTR down 7% after hitting all-time highs on Friday. Uber's down 5%. Lyft also down 5%. Something going on in the ride-hailing space. Looks like Wells Fargo's down, Goldman's down, so the banks are a little bit red. Meta pretty unchanged. Chad Chessmaster is asking about
Yeah,
Boeing.
I was trying to remember.
I can pull it up here.
No, it was a long. It was a mighty 90 long.
Yeah, right here after about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I got out after 3 green bars. I let it go one more green bar.
Yeah, so we got that little volume pop on that push down, bounce 3 bars and out. But Chad, why didn't you hold it up to like 144?
Oh, it'd be beautiful if we could trade. It'd be beautiful if we could trade in hindsight, wouldn't it?
Got a 100% track record, baby. No deer this weekend?
Yeah, I passed on so many nice ones. There's one I'm kind of regretting. Yes, Saturday morning he was a stud. I should have, but try to let him get to be 4 or 5 years old. I thought he was about 3 years old. May go Thursday. It's open through the week this coming weekend.
So are you live streaming tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. You said Monday and Wednesday you were good, so I wasn't sure about tomorrow.
Oh, Tuesday as well. Yeah, Monday through Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I meant Monday through Wednesday yet.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure about Thursday yet.
All right, what else, my friends? If we got any new people on here, we got a lot of free time here, so any and all questions welcome. Even if it's not 0 DTE related. SPX first kind of chopped and then just went on a tear up to beyond the expected move. Spent about 20 minutes up there, reversed, came back down below, chopped below it most of midday, and then just kind of bounced around a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it wants to rip now.
Not a lot of news this week. So today, Monday, we had a FOMC member this morning, about 30 minutes after the market opened. We've got the G20 meetings the next couple days. Unless something crazy comes out of that, I can't imagine that's going to cause anything. Tomorrow, nothing. Well, we've got a Fed member, Schmidt, speaking at around a little after noon. Wednesday, we've got a couple of 3 Fed speakers. Thursday, we've got unemployment claims pre-market and a few Fed speakers. Friday, PMI 15 minutes after the market opens and revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So just not a lot of red folders on the old board. But NVIDIA earnings Wednesday after the bell. That's probably the biggest thing. Rocky Fella is P90 in 0 DTE training video. So P90 is kind of a name that Tim Weiss gave some of the different strategies that he trades because it's in the last 90 minutes of the day. And he's a big P90X fan. But there's a P90X channel. And so any videos that have been posted are going to be in that channel. It's right below the Tim Weiss channel. And I think there's more to come on that. Cody, are you thinking about doing any hedgehogs? You know what? I did a butterfly last week, which I haven't done in a while. I've kind of just slowed down on other strategies just to get a little bit more focused. So it's not that they are a bad strategy. I mean, they've been very profitable. I've just kind of gotten to the point where I feel like I just need to trade less strategies and focus more. So I don't have any plans to do any, but um might sprinkle one in. DRB, big question. Do you sell the same strikes in successive times if there are no other strikes available? On my regular scheduled BICs, yeah, I just let the bot do its thing. So, here are my tranches today. I was on the 50.95. It's just scheduled based on time. And so if I have the same strikes hit, which happens all the time, then I just let it happen. It doesn't look like yeah, like here I had the 59.05 calls on 2 different tranches, actually on 3 different tranches. So yeah, if I do my scheduled time-based entries, then yeah, I just let them do their thing. Which can be good and bad, right? Like if price kind of stays in this range, you're going to profit on all of those. If you make a big move against those, then several could get stopped out too. But check if you go through the trade log on the option omega backtest, you'll see the same thing, right? And so if you're trading based on the backtest, then I would just trade the backtest. On the price action VIX, I usually only have one tranche on at a time, or I've scaled out of most of it before I enter. So on those, I'm typically not going to overlap strikes, but that's kind of a totally different deal. Eric G, that is in the Zero DTE resources channel. If you scroll up, it's the second post from the top. It says courtesy of Atan Ra. Those are there's the shared toss links to get those on your chart. Chessmaster, what are you trying to accomplish? I mean, you got to pick a direction, as always. A risk reversal is a directional position. You could go bearish or you could go bullish. No, let's go bullish. So does that mean go bearish? NVIDIA, Chessmaster wants to go bullish. All right. And how far out do you want to go? Do you want to go the 4-day expirations? $11 days, 18. How about 18? Okay. So you're going to go to the call side. I like to go to about the 30 delta, buy, and then we'll go 5 wide. Go to the puts, go to around the 20 delta, sell, and we'll go about 8 wide. See if that gives us, yeah, that gave us a credit. So that would, I mean, the way that I manage these, if, I'll close them out if they go against me, if they come down to the downside break even. Of course, earnings is a little different ball game because you may not have that opportunity. So you really got to look at it as what's your max risk here on a one lot. This would be a $777 max risk, max profit 523. If you are able to manage it at that downside break even, your risk would be about 260-ish. Not something I'll be doing, but there it is if you're interested in checking it out.
VIX through lows of day.
Wooga sitting on the break even. Break even to the upside. Well, if we expire right here, my 1 DTE from Friday, or I guess 3 DTE from Friday, would hit max profit of 2280. Could take it off right now for 1600. I think I'll let it go.
I wouldn't mind seeing pull back to about 58.90.
What's that?
I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback to about 58.90.
Yep.
Looks like she doesn't want to do that. She's going to break it out.
$95 butterfly, currently trading for about $1.30. Ideally, we come back to 90, hit 50% on Wooga, and then we close at 95. That's my dream scenario. Dreams do come true, my friends. Dreams do come true. We can stay below 59.05 and above 58.80. I'll be green on my BIX by the end of the day. Straddle time, Chad?
Yeah,
Still
I
get
was
in there for
actually
$6.
I was actually at about 120 Central. That's about the time I looked at the Iwuga. I was looking at a power hour trade, and man, it just didn't pull the trigger because of this. Some of these bars are just too big of moves. I think I was going to get 10 wide, 15 wide.
Let's see. Do we have any earnings after the bell today? I haven't even looked. Here's what we got. Nothing after the bell. Walmart pre-market tomorrow. Lowe's pre-market tomorrow. Those would be the biggest. NVIDIA, as I mentioned, after the bell Wednesday, along with Snowflake. Before the market opens Thursday, Baidu. And that's about it for this week.
Man, looked like we were going to get a pullback there, and it just didn't last.
It's posted in this channel, Kelvin. If you scroll up. $90.85s, $90.85s. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days in a row, the last two being the biggest. Little bounce today. Certainly nothing that would say the flush is over. Since that one YouTube guy said every gap has to fill, got a big gap to fill. Problem is we got a gap above and a gap below. So now what do I do? So confusing. Forty minutes till the bell. We stay in a little tight range. Might have an early fill on Mahomes trade. And yes, I know before you say anything, the Chiefs lost this weekend. I got it. I saw it. You don't have to remind me. First time they've lost since last Christmas. That was a good game, though. Bills are tough. Bills are tough. They always get us in the regular season, though. And then we get them when it really counts. Early fill on Mahomes. Early fill on Mahomes. Early fill on Mahomes. Woo! 15 cents. Dave, you a Dolphins fan? Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get you primed and ready, chess master. If price stays steady, we should get an early fill. If we start moving, probably won't. Yeah, the old 72 Dolphins got to pop the champagne.
Come on, let's get some legs to the downside here. A couple red bars at least.
Couple little baby reds would work.
Down to 58.90, please.
Yeah, that makes me happy, Dave S. That makes me really happy. So I've started to reevaluate trading futures. And the reason is day trading is because I like the Mighty 90. I like the runner strategies. The only thing I don't like about them is the risk is not 100% defined, right? I mean, you can have a quick move against you. You're not using stops with the options, all that stuff. So I've been really trying to think of a way to have another day trading strategy where your risk is absolutely defined, and which can create a scenario where you're able to scale up your size a lot better, right? If you have your absolute defined risk, you can scale. That's the one thing about the Mighty 90 and runners that I've never really liked to do is scale up too big, because you have those days when things can just happen, and you can take a decent sized loss. So trying to scale up those strategies can be difficult. So anyway, I took Chad's advice, and I'm paper trading. It's actually my advice. I passed the torch to Chad on the paper trading.
That's a good
comments.
point. If things go south, they can go south quick.
So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be, for the next month, I'm going to be paper trading a $5,000 account. And so I'm taking the exact risk I would if I start. And so here's my day one.
So how'd you do that with the pattern day trading rules?
There's no pattern day trade with futures.
Futures. Okay, that's right.
So I'm just trading the micro S&P, and I'm only trading 6 contracts because that's what I'm going to start doing when I trade for real. So I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades today and made a total of $255, which 255 divided by 5,000, that's an increase on the account of 5% in a day. So not too shabby. I had one losing trade. So my max risk on any trade is $150. Took a full loss on this one. So I'll be sharing more about that. I'm part of the reason I'm paper trading, and part of the reason you should always paper trade is to work out some of the nuances and things. So I'm still working some things out, but more to come. Yeah, you could. Well, the problem with using spreads is I mean, like with the Mighty 90 and runner strategies, is you're getting in and out fairly quickly, and so it doesn't really work well with spreads. Like if you're getting in like a continuation runner and you want to hold it all day or something, sometimes I'll do that with a spread. Well, I mean, Andrew K, it is defined from a standpoint of, if you buy a call for $1, your risk is $1, but that'd be 100% loss, right? So it technically your risk is defined, but if you're, sizing up, and let's say you do 20 contracts at $1, now your total risk is 2,000. I mean, you can't take 100% losses on those strategies and come out profitable. So if you're trading the setups, if you're trading the charts, let's just look at Boeing, like the trade Chad took today. So you're getting in as prices flushing lower, you get this pop in volume. So you get in here. Well, if you get if something comes out or the overall market just flushes and Boeing goes with it, and next thing you know, it flushes down to here. I mean, you could easily take a 30% loss, whereas really you would have, on a normal situation, tried to limit your loss more than that. So that's why I say it's hard to define your risk. Your risk is defined by your position size, but it's difficult to really scale up position size because of the kind of unknown losses that you could take from time to time. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, or even if you're taking like a continuation runner, you know, this isn't a setup that I would look at, but let's say it was consolidating right here, and your goal was to, okay, let's, you know, let's say this was a good setup for an upside continuation runner, and it was chopping around right here, and so you got long by buying calls, and you know your goal was to cut it if it broke below this consolidation, you know, whatever your line in the sand was. Well, you know, all of a sudden, boom, boom, we have a quick drop. Now your loss was more than you wanted it to be. And so, you know, again, your risk is defined, but it also, you know, with options, you can't really, unless you're going to use a stop, which I don't like to do with options the way we trade them for these strategies. But anyway. So the strategy that I'm testing right now, Morrow, is with futures. SMCI, little dip. Little dip in SPX. Need a little more dip. Yeah, so with futures, I mean, if you set a stop, I mean, there are certainly situations where if something goes really crazy, it can, you know, it's a stop market, so you could have some slippage, but I very rarely have ever had any slippage on futures with a stop. So if I want to risk 150 bucks on a trade, it's pretty much going to be 150 bucks if I get a full stop. If I want to risk 1,000, it's pretty much going to be 1,000. And I want something that I can scale, right? That I can start with as little as possible and scale up to as big as possible. Oh yeah, I've day traded and traded future. I traded futures for years before I ever even traded options. That was my first foray into trading was futures. But so it's not that I'm trying to understand or get used to them. It's really just more of a specific way to trade them that I'm testing. And I just want to prove it to myself that it can be profitable with paper trading. And then I'm going to start with a small account and prove it to myself that way before I ever start putting any size behind it. Part of it's to build my discipline. Part of it is to work through some of the nuances that I'm trading. All right, there's a nice little red bar.
Yeah, very much needed that.
Wooga's back in the green. Need a little bit more to hit 50%.
Yeah, don't need an immediate bounce here.
Oh yeah. Butterflies are already getting there. All right. Guess I got to do it in this account. Some free strikes. Oh no. I don't have free strikes there either. Let's see. I'm gonna have to close these. See, I told you, chess master, early Mahomes. Now we haven't been filled yet, so. Working the 95. Looks like it's trading for about $1.80 plus. We'll have 13 minutes till MOC.
Must not have heard me say that we didn't need a bounce right away.
It's because of your voice.
Yeah.
What's BKKT? What's that? Beckett Holdings. Wow. Went from 11 to 21 in the last 5 days. No 50% for me yet. You must have different strikes. $25 wide. Very nice. Oh, you also had the 95.90s. I've got the 90.85s. Sitting in between strikes at 92.5. I've got the 90 and the 95s working. Luga needs a little bit lower. I'll be back in 1 minute. Still sitting around 92, 93. Oh, is that the deal, Dave? Huh. I'd never heard of that company. Crypto trading platform. All right, so what's DJT doing? Whoa, DJT's popping as well. Holy moly. Interesting. Very interesting. We can creep up to 95. Mahomes will get filled. We could creep up there, get filled, and then we can go back to 90 or below.
VIX popping a little bit.
Okay. Means I need to get filled on my homes before we do something. '95s look like they're getting close. Got 3.5 minutes till MOC. So close on the 95s to fill. They would just get up another point or so. Would love a fill before MOC. Not going to get a fill sitting in between strikes here. 2 minutes till MOC. All right, trying again. Nope, not quite close enough. One minute till MOC. Here we go. We should be getting filled. Hit it. Nibbling, nibbling, nibbling. There we go. Filled on the 95s. My bot is trying to get filled on the 95s. Still no fill on my bot. There we go. Partial. Okay, MOC incoming. 2 billion sell side. Let's go. Get down.
Just hit 20 or 50% of Wooga.
You just hit 50?
On OG Wooga. I'm sorry.
I have not.
Was the 1995s.
Oh, yeah. I'm on the 90. 90, 85s. All right, let's get below 90. Get below 90, lock my Mahomes, hit 50% on Wooga, all in one little pop. Sitting at 91s. Early Wooga's at 45%. Two more points. Chess Master, we got filled early on Mahomes. You owe me a nickel. Come on, a little lower. And Iwuga just hit 50%. Closed half. OG Wooga needs a little bit more. Mahomes needs a little bit more. Down in the 90s, getting close. Below 90, should be locking. Wooga just hit 50%. Closed half. Why is my Mahomes not locking? Too much juice still left. Too much time still left. It's 89 and still didn't lock. 88?
What a beautiful down move.
Holy moly, why is my Mahomes not locking? Anybody else get locked? Trading at 360, 380. I need $4. I'm gonna put spread. Not sure I've ever seen it trade this much without locking. Got down to 88, 7 points. Lando, you got locked? Were you buying a call spread or selling a put spread? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Still nothing. Sitting at 88. Still no lock. I'm going to be very irritated if we bounce here and I don't lock. All right, 5 minutes to go. Oh, still nothing. Get back down there. I mean, how did I not get locked? Still sitting at 90, 91. Need a little bit more downside, I guess, off that $2 billion sell side. Back down below 90, still no lock. Hit it. Hit me. Finally. Finally. That was interesting. Never seen it move 7 points without lock, but finally got me. Just too much premium left, too much time left. All right, now let's see if we can get some pins on Wooga. Between 85 and 90, baby. I took half of both of my Woogas off at 50, letting the other half ride. Which means my 1 DTE would hit minimum profit, but I'll sacrifice that for my Wooga pin. I haven't had a Wooga pin in a while. We need a Wooga pin. Still got 2 minutes. A lot could happen in 2 minutes. Get back down there. Get back below 90.
What a beautiful Wooga.
Beautiful Wooga. Never count Wooga out.
Yeah, I consider letting mine ride, but took the 50%.
No, no bounce. 20 seconds. Get back down.
Oh, what a bounce.
Ouch.
That's why I took 50%.
94. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Little mark down, 93.80. All right. So both Woogas,
That's still winners.
one took half off at 50% of both, so that was good. Let's see, my 1 DTE from Friday. Not a max win, but a 1784 winner. My BIX green, price action BIX green. A lot of green today. All my calendars that I closed green. All right, all. That's a wrap. Chad will be live streaming in the morning. at the open for day trading. And then we'll be back for Power Hour. Take care. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.